Repeated decisions use attention and self-control until even simple options feel heavier. Think of a person choosing breakfast, replies, school messages, and dinner by evening. Reduce unnecessary choices before important decisions. Clarity before the peak creates better options. Ordinary decisions stack up. The problem is rarely one giant decision, it is the accumulation of small choices. Example: a parent deciding uniforms, transport, lunch, emails, and bills before work starts. Treat decision energy as limited, not infinite. The mistake grows when tired decisions can lead to impulse purchases, skipped tasks, irritability, or avoiding choices entirely. Similar options exhaust people as easy to miss until the result becomes visible. Set criteria before comparing. A real-life version is 5 phone plans with almost identical prices and different hidden limits. Self-control is a decision load. Resisting impulses is still a decision because the mind keeps rejecting easier options. Picture: walking past snacks all afternoon and buying junk food at night. Stores add colors, bundles, discounts, and scarcity messages when the shopper is already tired. Picture: a planned grocery trip turns into snacks, offers, and forgotten essentials. The case makes the result less mysterious. The pattern is visible when a planned grocery trip turns into snacks, offers, and forgotten essentials. It shows why decision fatigue is about depleted attention after too many choices. Money decisions suffer late. Tired minds choose relief and completion over careful comparison. Selecting the first loan or insurance plan near midnight just to finish the task. Schedule financial decisions when attention is fresh. Avoidance can look like laziness. People may avoid the feeling of choosing rather than the task itself. Daily version: postponing an email because even deciding the first sentence feels heavy. Make the next decision very small. Start by naming the trigger, the feeling it creates, and the action that usually follows. Regret fear adds weight. High-consequence decisions invite mental simulations of future blame. Case: choosing a school, surgery option, or relocation plan feels mentally loud. Separate reversible decisions from major commitments. The pressure is visible when choosing a school, surgery option, or relocation plan feels mentally loud. More choice is not always freedom. Too many options can reduce satisfaction because each unchosen path stays in mind. Concrete case: viewing 30 apartments can feel worse than comparing 5 realistic ones. Narrow the field before evaluating deeply. Repeatable defaults move small decisions out of the daily attention budget. Picture: same breakfast, fixed bill day, and a work start ritual. Save fresh thought for decisions that deserve it. The case shows how a small condition can change the outcome. In practice, same breakfast, fixed bill day, and a work start ritual. Pre-made rules prevent tired negotiation with yourself. Case: no online purchases after 10 p.m. or no contract signing after a long workday. Build rules before the stressful moment. The issue becomes concrete when no online purchases after 10 p.m. Technology cuts both ways. Checklists reduce decisions while notifications create hundreds of tiny choices. Case: a reminder app helps bills, but endless alerts keep breaking focus. Make tools simplify choices, not multiply them. One concrete marker is breakfast defaults. It shows whether the issue is already shaping behavior rather than staying theoretical. If shopping lists keeps returning, the issue is no longer a single event, it has become a pattern worth addressing. Guilt makes the next decision harder. After a poor choice, the mind must decide how to repair and handle shame. Seen when overspending at night leads to avoidance of the bank app the next morning. Repair quickly and without drama. The first useful step is separating the trigger, feeling, and response. Pay attention to evening food choices, because it often appears before the larger problem has a clear name. Understanding bill-paying days helps separate the main issue from the noise around it. Visible options are calmer. Writing options down reduces mental juggling and emotional noise. Think of a laptop buyer filters only budget, battery, and warranty instead of every feature. Turn vague comparison into clear criteria. The first useful step is separating the trigger, feeling, and response. The clearest clue may be shopping lists, not the dramatic result that appears later. Family life multiplies choice load. Households create invisible decision work that can drain patience. Real case. Meals, transport, homework, appointments, and discipline decisions pile up. Share defaults and responsibilities openly. A person may order junk food at night not because values change, but because mental energy has been spent all day. The most useful evidence is often ordinary. Bill-paying days, evening food choices, and whether the same signal appears again. Workplaces often create decision fatigue before people notice it. Unclear priorities force employees to spend the day deciding what matters, what can wait, and who needs an answer first. A manager with 10 urgent tasks may spend more energy ranking the tasks than completing them. Clear priorities, default routines, and fewer unnecessary choices protect attention. Decision fatigue is easier to manage when the day has fewer open loops. Meals, payments, errands, and messages should not all demand fresh judgment at the worst possible hour. The same decision can be wise in the morning and careless after exhaustion. Version. Reading a legal form after dinner versus after breakfast. Protect important choices with better conditions. This scene should leave one concrete lesson. Routines, earlier timing, and fewer low-value choices. A low-stakes choice can wait. A high-stakes choice deserves fresh attention, fewer distractions, and a clear rule for what matters most. A practical check is phone notifications, then phone notifications. Together they show whether the response matches the real cause. Decision fatigue is not laziness. It is what happens when attention is spent on too many choices without enough recovery or simplification. The best protection is to remove low-value decisions, make routines for repeated choices, and save your clearest thinking for the decisions that truly deserve it. The practical fix is to reduce low-value choices before the day becomes crowded with decisions. By evening, the brain may choose speed over quality because it has already spent the day sorting messages, meals, errands, replies, and money decisions. A simple default, such as deciding tomorrow's breakfast or setting a bill-paying day, protects attention before the next difficult choice arrives. The real-world test is breakfast defaults. If that changes, the outcome usually changes too. Decision fatigue is not weakness. It is what happens when choice, self-control, and attention are spent all day without rest. By the end of the day, good choices should not depend on heroic willpower. A short list of defaults can make the evening calmer because the brain no longer has to treat every small option like a new problem. Watch evening food choices and bill-paying days together, because the pair often reveals the part that a quick definition hides. The useful change is to remove low-value choices before they drain the energy needed for money, health, family, and work decisions. Defaults, lists, earlier timing, and fewer open options make the day less mentally expensive. Put the hardest decisions earlier, turn routine choices into defaults, and protect attention before tiredness starts making the easiest option feel like the best one. For decision fatigue, the strongest protection is designing the day so the mind is not forced to negotiate every small action from scratch.